Starboard helm. Thanks, get that starboard helm.
$7 was
Should lift the
Very serious.
The destination of the ship was to work as a flotilla in fishing. It was the start of flotilla fishing in the Baltic Seas, working with smaller ships, catching the fish, and then on this ship the fish was frozen and transported to the port. So it was in the early 90s. It was clear that there is 40 of the size of vessels to be abandoned, and that was when I came in with a couple of friends as with the idea to use such ship as a mobile venue for music and performance art. We are in the venue, in the lowest venue of Stubnitz, some meters beneath the waterline, and my name is ROS. I coordinate the ship for the last 20 years. Well, I grew up with a musical interest, and I with working in many different metropoles, in working acoustically in a couple of hundred warehouses, like playing sound systems and working with groups with different types of music. So I had a relation to what is of interest for me in terms of acoustics, and when seeing the spaces, I was fascinated from the beginning, as I found musically contemporary to be in regions. The most reliable music of today is usually bands who do not compromise to try to live from their music. Many of the very interesting music, you can only find it if you go to specific regions and explore what kind of a musical life there is, and the musical life from one region to the other is very different. As having a musical interest, I think this is what is the challenge, in my opinion, as working in acoustics, to bring an acoustical space into the different regions and explore the music life is fantastic.
Could we get the synths a bit louder in the monitors, please?
The importance of it is definitely this fact of being in the position to discover different regions on the cultural contemporary.
London Beach, yes, there you go. Just go away, bag guys, PFC, nil band. Fish for the band, please.
Okay,
London Beach, yes, we can see in Eckert.
hard starboard. Okay, look, come on with some starboard helm. We managed to get that starboard helm.
No, just for now.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, got a man up in the bridge. Got ready.
Okay, thanks a lot. Yeah, okay, bye. Yeah, bridge already is a good start to visit the ship. Now the thing about the ship is really that it is to 99% authentic as it was built in the 60s, which is the most remarkable point really about the ship itself, as there's none ship of this age and size which is authentic nowadays. There is none comparable. Well, it is East German technique. It was this Soviet system of building ships with different countries involved, and this is quite a remarkable example of it, as like the radar being Polish, or the gyro being Russian, but then a lot of the electrotechnic stuff is Berlin. Yeah, that was the Soviet system to these East European countries, each country specializing on some parts of it. The engines are East German, and the ship itself is built in Stralsund. And this is it is built to last. And it has last, yes. We're repairing it. I mean, it's like the radar is not very. It is still reliable from the quality. Is not comparable to modern radars, but it is still good enough to be certified. But there is often things to be fixed. But it is possible to fix things on it. Well, compared to the digital age, of course. And this was one of the storage rooms on minus 30 degrees. It did look great from the beginning. Also, the other venue was extremely appealing, but also there was no access. There was no stairs, no ways in. There was a ladder to climb down. So also there was quite challenges to develop it to a public use. I was working 15 years in acoustics before, so I mean, to have a guess about the room, you go like. Then you pretty much know how it is. Like the room itself was always good acoustically, mainly as for these registers which avoid reflections to a very high degree. I was never into dampened acoustics. It is always better to have a distribution. How do you say, dispersal of the reflections? Huh? It is a bit different with an event slides. 20 years working on it, it is the half-life of mine, and I'm still interested in the project and its possibilities. It is still challenging, but with a vessel of the age and size, also it is not it is not to be expected that it just can run on. It needs one major repair which we cannot finance, and the project will be dead. And once this is not possible anymore, I will most probably look for another challenge.